Hello, I'm David Belbin. I'm Managing Director of Clemence, Hoar, Cummings, Chartered Accountants. We've been working through this coronavirus pandemic, trying to keep our clients up to date with what's been happening. And so we thought now was a good time to just have a quick update on the job support scheme. So this was announced by the Chancellor as part of his winter economic plan just a few weeks ago, and saw the extension of several key coronavirus business support measures and the self-employment income support scheme. Lots of mnemonics and some help for people. The government has announced further lockdown restrictions in several areas in the UK, with some businesses facing temporary closure as a result, and an expansion of the scheme has been needed to support these businesses. The Job Support Scheme is a short-time working measure that will cover up to 73% of affected employees' wages, with a combination of contributions from the government and employers. And on top of that, employers must pay each employee for the hours that they do work. For the hours that they don't work, the government will pay nearly 62% of an employee's wages, and while employers will pay a 5% contribution, and the government payment will be capped at £1,541.75. As an example, and going to a weekly basis for this, under the new scheme, if an employee usually gets paid £600 for working a 40-hour week, but their hours are cut by their employer to 20% of their normal time, so 8 hours, they will be paid £120 for their time worked by the employer, plus £24 in employer contributions, and £296 in government support for the time not worked. So that means that they will still receive a weekly gross pay of £440. The Chancellor has confirmed that the Job Support Scheme will be expanded to assist jobs and businesses required to close as a result of stricter coronavirus restrictions. So the government's introduced the new 3-tier based system, which sees areas designated as medium, high, and very high. And in those areas designated as very high, pubs and bars will close, while local authorities will have the final decision on whether gyms, betting shops, casinos, hairdressers and beauty salons should close. And we've seen recently that in Liverpool, the gyms have been closed by the council, but in Lancashire generally gyms are allowed, but not the exercise classes. It's that sort of local variation that is going to cause some trouble as people try and work out exactly where they fit. Under the expanded Job Support Scheme, firms whose premises are legally required to shut will receive grants covering 67% of each employee's salary, up to a maximum of £2,100 per month. Employers will not be required to contribute towards wages and will only be asked to pay national insurance contributions and auto-enrolment pension contributions for their staff. The government has estimated that around half of potential claims are not likely to incur employer national insurance contributions or pension contributions at all. However, businesses can only claim a grant if they are subject to a restriction that prevents them from opening, and employees must not work for a minimum of 7 consecutive days to be eligible. So how do we get the money? All grant payments will be made in arrears through a dedicated HMRC service, which is set to be made available from early December. And it'll run very much the same way, I would think, as the Job Retention Scheme. The Job Support Scheme is set to run for 6 months from 1st of November 2020, which would result in a closing date of the 30th of April 2021. However, the government has stated that they will review the scheme in January, so a further update will be provided in the new year. It might be extended, it might be expanded, who knows? The job support scheme is set to work alongside the job retention bonus, where an employee was previously placed on furlough leave through the coronavirus job retention scheme. So this applies whatever tier you're in. If you had employees that were furloughed and they are still in employment, then this is for you. So employers will be able to apply for the job retention bonus between 15th of February 2021 and 31st of March 2021. And it will be a one-off taxable payment to employers, providing £1,000 for each eligible employee that was furloughed and kept in continuous employment until the 31st of January 2021. An employer can submit a claim as long as they have furloughed employees and made an eligible claim for them through the coronavirus job retention scheme. At Clemence or Cummings, starting before lockdown in March, we were supporting clients with the effects of coronavirus. And when the lockdown came, with that myriad of briefings from government as they rolled out the job retention scheme, help for self-employed, the furlough scheme, and all these support grants, we were providing support through our website for our clients, and our payroll team, as well as the directors, were giving help to clients who asked. So when these measures and the time we need to start making the claims, we're going to be here for you again. And if you've got any requirement for help or advice on matters relating to this, then please do get in touch with us. Thank you.